It is 100 years since the outbreak of the First World War, and to commemorate the centenary and raise money for the Royal British Legion, we have arrived at the Tower of London's Sea of Poppies to embark on our new cycle adventure. A 1,200-mile expedition along the western front battlefields of Belgium and France, and then across Germany, arriving at the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin.
Well, good luck to you guys. Thanks so much. Good luck, well done. Thank you. Thank you. Let's know how you get on as well. Yes.
This is the start of the trip, all the way down the western front to the Brandenburg Gate. Let's go.
Let's go!
We've almost had an accident. This is our map. We're here, under the bungee. Yeah. So much for Google Maps. 2 hours to make Dover. Otherwise you miss that ferry. We've got 14 miles to go, and an hour to get there, and I can't see John. He's only used to doing about 10 miles a day, and now he's asking his boy to do 70 and under a time limit to catch the ferry. I don't know if we're going to make it. It's going to be really, really close. Keep going, John, you can do it. Top man. We're back together. We should be able to make this. Uh-oh, roadworks. Oh no. Up the bank, down the bank, up immigration. Okay. Back on track. We're cutting this fine. Real fine. Come on, Giants, make it.
We arrived at Dover 10 minutes late and weren't able to catch our ferry over to Dunkirk. So we've got a ferry at 12:30 to Calais. Oh, it's bad for morale. Burger King is good for morale.
We're on. Oh, 1 hour sleep on the ferry. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I want to go to sleep. Anyway, we're in France. Yay. Bonjour. John. Right by the motorway. It was loud last night. See no one in France. Come to Belgium. Everyone. Try to live. Yay! Let's get a shower. Let's go find a campsite. Started cooking and it started to rain, and so this lovely couple here said, "Oh, don't cook outside. Come and cook in our hut." Here she is, using the nice little gas stove. It's our tea for the night. Thanks.
That's alright, you're on that.
Whatever. You got butter?
So we put up a tent in the pouring rain, and because I don't have a tent, slept with my bivvy bag and put my head inside the porch, keep my head dry. Worked very well. There's John. Good morning. Jump. Breakfast is ready. Warm milk, muesli and seeds. A World War I breakfast.
In August 1914, the German army invaded North Belgium en route to France. Their goal was Paris, but they were pushed back by Allied forces. By the end of 1914, the armies faced off along a vast front, with the Allies still clinging on to the city of Ypres. Because of the amount of bloodshed which took place on Flanders fields, the British came to believe that if Ypres fell, the war itself could very well be lost.
Decent view. See at the end of the road, the Menin Gate.
The Menin Gate was built in 1927 and marks a spot where soldiers would leave town on their way to the front line. Carved into the interior walls are the names of 54,896 British and Commonwealth soldiers killed in the First World War, and whose graves are unknown. As a mark of respect, the road is closed every evening at 8 o'clock, and members of the local fire brigade sound their bugles. Known as the Last Post, this tribute to the fallen has continued uninterrupted since July 1928, except under German occupation during the Second World War. A verse from Lawrence Bignon's poem For the Fallen is read out loud each night.
Timmy Mallet. Good luck. Thanks, Tim. Brilliant. Thanks. What have we got this evening? Ooh. Chicken, mushroom, pasta, ham, cheese. Yeah. Let's go eat.
In compliments of Ypres.
Ypres. Wipers to the British soldiers. If they can't pronounce it, we can't pronounce it.
Cheers.
Chris.
The British had held Ypres since October 1914, and 2.5 years of shelling had reduced the town to rubble. Ypres lay at the centre of what soldiers called the salient, a piece of land jutting out into hostile territory. The British could be shot at from the front, the sides, and virtually from behind. And there was another problem. The Germans held the high ground, the ridges at Messines and Passchendaele. To break out the salient and reach their military objectives, the British would have to take the ridges, where the Germans had built some of the strongest defences of the Western Front.
So, John, if we were walking here 100 years ago,
Dangerous. There'll be shells going off left, right and centre, as you can see from these craters.
anything about this tree?
The only stump that survived was bombardment of the war.
See bullet holes.
This is the Essex Farm Cemetery, where the Canadian surgeon Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae penned one of the most notable poems of the First World War, In Flanders Fields. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the lark still bravely singing fly. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. Just found the grave of the rifleman Valentine Joseph Strudwick, who was killed by a shell just 2 months before his 16th birthday.
Right, so he was 15.
He was aged 15. What were you doing when we were 15?
Good job I got my waterproof bag. I really need a pee.
Okay, after 3 nights staying over at Ypres, we're finally moving on and heading south down to Messines and then hopefully onto Lens today, but we might be pushing it. Ready? Let's go. We've just arrived at Messines Ridge at the British Cemetery. The significance of this place quite clear when you look out across the landscape.
So the Germans had this place.
Yeah, the Messines Ridge was a key section of high ground that overlooked the fields south of Ypres.
Because they could see everyone.
Yeah, and the British had been preparing for the attack for 18 months, and sappers had been digging tunnels just before the battle took place. They erupted all of the explosives that they tunnelled underneath the German positions, and it was considered one of the most successful attacks of the war. But it was the precursor of the larger and bloodier Third Battle of Ypres. Well, that's the end of Belgium. Back in France, behind me is the ridge where the Germans took a stronghold in World War I. It's head south to Linz. It. We've just cycled to the St Mary's Advanced Dressing Station Cemetery looking for the grave of Rudyard Kipling's son, Jon Kipling. Aged just 18, Jack died on the 27th of September 1915 during the Battle of Loos, and he's buried somewhere in this cemetery. We don't know where we're looking, but on previous attempts, such as yesterday looking for John McCrae's grave and the youngest soldier in that cemetery, tends to be the grave with the most flowers, so let's go for this one.
That's just overgrown. Is that right? I reckon Jon Kipling's grave, judging by the awareness of the grass, is going to be on that side. Did you find it? I think John's found him. He's looked at every grave.
Jon Kipling, son of Rudyard Kipling, author of Jungle Book, The Man Who Would Be King, staunch supporter of British imperialism and the war initially, and he was instrumental in getting his son into the armed forces. Jon Kipling's story illustrates the dangers of unbridled patriotism, but reflects the ultimate sacrifice made by so many young soldiers. What a place to be buried. Can you imagine this place being a battlefield with shells erupting and sounds of screaming men and blowing of whistles? It's very difficult to imagine.
Dead bird. Welcome to our hotel. That's where the murders take place. Morning, John. Really do have a drink of water right now. Set on meal from last night. Oh. Water. Oh. Mouth is so dry. All empty. Oh, you want a shower? Let's go find a shower. John?
It's got to be so cold.
Why get a hotel when you can have a shower in a can? Good place though last night.
The Vimy Ridge National Historic Site of Canada is a tribute to all Canadians who risked or gave their lives for the freedom and centrepiece of the First World War. A golf course made by bombs. Beautiful course by shells. Yeah? Yeah, it's like the surface of the moon.
The Germans had come and taken over this land here in October, roughly, of 1914, so they were here right from the beginning of the war. The Canadians had officially come here in 1960. We were here for the Battle of the Somme until the Battle of April 9th, 1917. A lot of dates and names and stuff, we're all keeping up, clear as mud.
Although it wouldn't make that because it's an underground mine. It'd just be silent, silent, silence. Kaboom!
The German trenches.
Yes.
The Germans, we might have lost the war, but we always win the World Cup. Only about 4 or 5 of us, but this year just myself and brother. So the other guy is going by Tom's daughter down. Insulation bit. I've got to go back to this lady.
Okay.
Oh yeah? Do you know which did they talk about?
Tour guide.
Hiya.
Hi.
Thank
Did
you.
Find this?
Your other tour guide said give it to you at the end.
The girl? The follow?
Alexa.
Alexa. Okay.
We're cycling, so we wouldn't want to have the
Well,
last
yeah, I was
on
gonna
us.
say.
Maybe you can take that home as a memento.
Well, we've started a little museum in our kiosk, so I'm probably just gonna stick it there.
Okay.
Yeah, I found some shovel heads the other day.
Wow.
Yeah. Shrapnel and like different things. Just in the field right here. Behind, you have to go around. That's where we went. It's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
It's all German. Everything we found was German because this is all German side.
Mm.
This would have been a German canteen.
So I'm getting very comfortable with the tour guide. I think she's asked her to marry him. She doesn't want to leave. Here the Germans. The opening's not as glamorous as the other cemeteries. The victors always write the story. Ah, Cobble Street. What pub? Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. Come for a pilgrimage.
Beats last night's accommodation.
Where's the graffiti and the smashed glass?
Where's the smashed glass and rubble? Alright, see if I can find this gear.
John desperate to say something. Where should we go? Left or right?
The 1916 offensive on the Somme was the largest operation the British Army had ever mounted. At its start, 500,000 men were involved, most were volunteers, who had been sent to the front with inadequate training. The British were under pressure to attack as soon as they could to relieve the beleaguered French army at Verdun. It was agreed to mount the offensive astride the River Somme and would start with a massive bombardment designed to smash the enemy's defences.
craters and the little bits where shells would have exploded. You can find them on the fields just outside the borders of the site. It kind of gives you an idea of how much of it was fired out.
The Beaumont Hamel Memorial Park is the largest preserved battlefield along the Western Front. Here, on the first morning of the Battle of the Somme in July 1916, the Royal Newfoundland Regiment rose from their trenches and were immediately mowed down by the machine gun fire as they advanced on the German positions. After only 30 minutes, almost 80% of the regiment were either killed or wounded. Standing atop a mound looking out towards a German line is the striking bronze statue of a great caribou, the emblem of the Royal Newfoundland Regiment. Just south of the park is the massive Thiepval Memorial, the largest British war memorial in the world. Its many towering sides are covered with the names of over 72,000 British and South African soldiers with no known grave who died in the battle. The Somme has since become a byword for the futile and indiscriminate slaughter of the First World War.
A roller coaster. Les Grandes Mines. This was an underground mine. Some hole. So they dug underneath here. Yeah. And then it exploded it and it dropped down. We wouldn't want to be standing here when it went off. We're just looking for a place to camp tonight and going along this farm path. Chris has found the top of a shell. Could be wrong, but from the shells that we've seen in various museums, yeah, it does look it's the biz. Might be loads out here. Just lying on the floor, waiting to be picked up. Is Chris getting his cleats muddy again? Yep. Nice clean shoes. We found a good little spot. Yep. Let's make camp. Voila. Voila, perfect. And what a view. Our night in the Somme. The field just next to where we've camped is actually a potato field. And we thought a couple of potatoes, yeah, go down a treat in our dinner. Add a note to our pasta. I think it's right.
Morning, John.
Morning.
That's what we need, Chris. Yep. Burning a lot quicker. Trench football. First guy to get a football in the German trench wins the game.
Hello, chaps.
What a great idea.
The original England-Germany game.
Sounds like there's war through that door. Yeah, should we check it out? Let's check it out. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to wash these pots and pans up, but the tap is really high tech, so every time I try and wash up, it goes all over the mirror. Nightmare.
Take a little walk to the edge of town and go across the track where the viaduct looms like a bird of doom as it shifts and cracks, where secrets lie in the border fires and the humming wires. Yeah, man, you know you're never coming back across the square. past the mills, past the stacks. On a gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man in a dusty black coat with a red right hand.
We found ourselves a little camping spot, sandwiched between two canals, just beside the River Somme. And Chris is cooking up some mash and tuna. Oh, mackerel. There it is.
Give that a stir.
Lovely. Oh, wow.
Get some carrots, tomatoes in it as well. Put some greens in it.
This is the sort of campsite where you trade between the nice view and the location and the incessant flies.
We're going to get a bit low today.
Well, we've sprayed up and I'm sleeping in my tent. Chris is bivvying like he always does. See you tomorrow morning.
Morning, John.
Tour de France.
Yes. Tour de France, go down this road.
Le Tour de France se passe là.
Bonjour.
Hey man.
What is your name?
Je m'appelle Christophe.
Je m'appelle Vianney.
Agnès.
Tu m'appelles Christophe?
We're cycling along just south of Lone, and this lovely couple drove alongside us and offered their hospitality for the night.
Yeah, cheers, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
So, goodbye.
Goodbye, yeah, thank you very much.
Yes.
Au revoir.
Bon courage.
Bon voyage.
Au revoir. Salut.
Hey, where does this lead, John? Is it a trench?
Dragon Cabin.
Well, the coaches are here. Must be something happening. We're at Dragon's Cabin. Don't know what's down there. From watching films such as The Hobbit, we imagine there could be loads of gold and maybe a few hobbits, but we shall see.
We expect it's more First World War memorabilia. You reckon there'll be a big dragon?
Yeah. Why would they call it Dragon's Cabin if there's no dragons down there?
Where's the dragon? What are they hiding?
And why do you think World War I happened? This is what we found.
Oh, qu'est-ce que c'est?
We don't know if it's a bomb or not.
What do you think? It looked
maybe
like...
it's a head of shell, but
Yeah,
sure.
that's what it looked like.
Mhm.
Without cleaning it, couldn't see. But would you say it's too dangerous to
Je peux pas dire.
carry?
Je sais pas. Mind the boom.
Mind the boom.
That's not very reassuring.
Yeah. I could be carrying a bomb.
Yeah, it can even explode. But I don't know if that is dangerous.
Okay.
Sometimes yes.
Better safe than sorry. What should we do with it? Throw it in a bush somewhere?
Non. Je sais pas, je demanderai.
Upon advice, we are deciding to ditch the bit of rusted metal that may or may not be an explosive.
The bomb. Oh, there. Call them. Oh, just here? Yeah, just here. Thank you.
Thanks. They're to be picked up by some school kid at the next school trip.
And get an evacuation at school and bomb disposal unit. Oh, I really want to keep that.
Oh, it's not worth it.
Tout autour le silence, où la lumière finit. Dans l'ombre le monde commence. Je suis sortie de la boîte de nuit. Les branches du buisson vibrent aux extrémités, comme le générateur d'électricité. Il ronronne comme un sphinx, mais lui casse les nids. Me montre comment va la vie dans la boîte de nuit.
We camped outside. It started to rain, so there he is. It's our hotel for the night.
Yeah, kept us dry when it started raining. We're 18 kilometers to Verdun, and Chris has stopped because he believes he has a puncture, and he does. It's a massive one. Let's go find out how he's getting on.
That was brilliant.
Clean clothes.
Do you have one of these?
Yeah, I've got one.
The German offensive at Verdun in 1916 was the longest and costliest battle in human history. By attacking a narrow stretch of land that had historic sentiment for the French, the German strategy was to inflict mass casualties on the French to weaken the army to the point of collapse. The German offensive began in February 1916 with a huge artillery bombardment, and within 4 days had captured Fort Douaumont, the largest defensive fort protecting the city of Verdun.
We're just on top of the Douaumont fortress, where literally hundreds of thousands of German and French soldiers died just for this patch of grass.
After some early gains, the Germans were met with fierce retaliation by the French, which led the battle into a bloody stalemate. After 10 months fighting a battle of attrition, both sides had suffered almost equal losses, with casualty estimates at close to 1 million in total. The German defeat at Verdun marked the start of the relentless Allied advance that would culminate in the armistice November the 11th, 1918. The Dumont ossuary contains the remains of 130,000 unknown French and German soldiers who died at the Battle of Verdun. In front of the ossuary are orderly rows of 15,000 crosses, the largest French necropolis of the Verdun battlefield.
We're just outside of Metz and we're looking for a place to camp, and we thought we'd pop in to this little lit up area to make some dinner. And it was this really lovely German who gave us a map that we needed, 2 cups of coffee, and filled up all of our water bottles for us. Wherever you were, sir, we salute you. But as for where we're camping tonight, I don't know. We're just gonna ride down the D603 and hope something pops up. Oh no, it's cold. Gotta get going before some angry farmer comes out with a shotgun. Uh-oh, he's seen us. That's the farmer, keep walking.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make, I'll make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Down this road that never seems to end, where new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel like that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel like that's hobo style.
We're in Germany. Hooray! Hooray!
Guten Tag and welcome to Germany.
Morning, John. Oh dear.
So we've left France now. That's the Western Front over. We're now heading into Germany. Now we've got to race to Berlin. We've only got a few days to do so. We've got a lot of cycling ahead. 602 miles, which means we're over halfway. So it's all downhill from here. Imagine setting off for London to this point, that's about the same distance we've got to do. All again. All over again.
We're here in Heidelberg and we've just had our food and now we've got to find somewhere to camp. Chris would like to camp up at the castle, but I told him it may not be a great idea, so we're going to keep on heading north.
Morning, John.
Beats the expensive accommodation in Heidelberg.
Hello. What a lovely place to sit and relax.
Sitting on their benches, chatting to their neighbours a lot.
Is John pannier half empty or half full? Got nothing in it, apart from his toothbrush. Well, my opinion is they need to put some signposts up.
Wenn ich auf hohen Bergen stehe, wird mir ums Herz so wohl. Ich schau ins tiefe Tal hinab ins schöne Land Tirol. Ich seh die weißen Nebel ziehen, die Sonne scheint ins Gwent. Tiroler Land, mein Heimatland, ich lieb dich ohne End.
Frankfurt, and of course quite a nice little Frankfurt, enjoy a beer, have a bit of time off and head out of town later on, find somewhere to camp. Cheers.
Sunday morning. What a lovely place to wake up. Tom?
Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow the road that leads to life, and only few find it.
Alright, let's head to our Brandenburg gate.
We've got flies on my eyes. Your hair is covered with flies.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. I've got eye protection. They're everywhere down there. Dankeschön.
So cold. Got all my layers on. And I was wet. It's by far the coldest night. It was absolutely freezing. I could not feel my body last night. But you'd wake up to this.
Right, Chris has been in a panic this morning because he thinks he's left his red top in Verdun, and he's thought of one last place it could be, his pillowcase.
Could be in the pillow. Trousers? Nope.
Ah, and he was blaming me for leaving it in the laundrette.
I've got a clean top on now. I have to wear a stinking top.
Except all of the drool that's gone through your pillowcase and the neck. Mine's covered in saliva, it's horrible. Ypres Dam is the second of 2 dams breached by Bomber Command in 1943.
Mr. Gibson's airplane! This is the bouncing bomb.
Ah, that's the bouncing bomb there. Ah.
So we built the Lancaster and 121 scale inside the museum. And then 500,000 British guys driving to Germany, looking to the Lancaster and read in the newspapers, the German has Lancaster, eh?
Alright, thank you very much. Good luck with the Kickstarter.
The bomber went down there, where that boat is.
Chris? We need to start moving. It's gone 7:30. It's cold and it's wet outside. Good camping spot. Pissed it down last night. This campsite is in the process of being refurbished. We cycled long and hard last night to get here, only to find that the showers aren't working. And no one to open the gate for us. So we had to climb over.
Run, boy, run. This world is not meant for you. Run, boy, run. They're trying to catch you. Run, boy, run. Running is a victory. Run, boy, run. Beauty lies behind the hills. Always another day, hey. And you don't have to hide away, yeah. You'll be a man, boy. But for now it's time to run, it's time to run. Tomorrow is another day, hey. When the night fades away, yeah. You'll be a man.
Morning, John.
Our first sign to Berlin. Ooh. Almost there. That way.
Morning, John.
Morning. Gonna arrive in Berlin today.
Last day on the road. The Brandenburg gates. Here we come.
Almost there. Almost there. The last 100 metres of the tour. The finishing line. Made it! Well done, Chris. Oh, John. This one. There it is. Ah, finished.